Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cozy Cafe, where we snuggle up with a warm drink, hang out, and I play a cozy game. Grab yourself something cozy to drink and let's chill. For today's drink, I decided to keep it really simple and just go with a coffee. Straight up coffee, a little bit of cream, a little bit of sugar, and there's nothing like it. Let's take our first sip. So for today's game, I am playing a game called Cat Cafe Manager, and it has all of the cozy vibes. Cats, you can't go wrong. I saw this game and immediately wanted to try it out because, not gonna lie, I actually considered owning a cat cafe at one point after visiting Japan, where they have so many different animal cafes. I just loved the way that I felt visiting a cat cafe and how relaxed I felt, and it just really helped with so much stress, and I just felt so happy after, and there were so many cute cats there. And then, it's just one of those ideas that I had that just never happened. But we get to play the game together and see how it actually go. I really do love a good cup of coffee. I consider myself a coffee snob. During the pandemic, we actually got a really nice coffee machine, and I started learning how to make my own coffee at home. And I haven't really drank as much because, I am breastfeeding my baby and also didn't want to drink any caffeine during the pregnancy. So I'm just starting to get back into drinking coffee. And oh my gosh, I have missed you so, coffee. Makes my heart warm inside. Now, I kept this drink really simple today because it kind of made me want to talk about the topic for today, and that is keeping it simple. Now, a little bit about me. I guess it could be for the better or for worse, but I have a tendency to overcomplicate things, if you haven't noticed. I found myself stalling on making this video because I couldn't figure out what the next amazing drink that I wanted to make was going to be. And, sometimes you just have to reel it back and go back to the basics and simplify things. And that is something that I am learning still about myself. It's one of the newer things that I discovered about myself, while I'm going inwards and meditating, is that I really do overcomplicate things. And I think it stems from me just wanting to do my best, right? Which isn't a bad thing. But sometimes when things get overcomplicated, it just completely stills the joy out of things. And I really want this series, Cozy Cafe, to be something that I enjoy and that I'm not dreading. Like, I can't think of a drink to make, especially having a baby. Time, you guys know from the first episode, time is something that I don't really have much of these days, and I cherish every moment that I get to spend creating content, and I don't want to overcomplicate things because then I'll be like a snail and I won't come out with anything. So let's jump on that topic of simplifying things. I really think there's a beauty in simplicity. I'm not really a minimalist, but I definitely believe that more doesn't mean better in all aspects of life. It could be, for me, I create content a lot. It could be creating content. It could be, posting to Instagram or all the social media stuff. But it could also mean, your art style taste, your furniture taste, anything, honestly. It literally could be anything. And it's really tricky because we live in a society that teaches us that more is better, that we need more things. We need more money, more clothes, more cars, we just need more to be happy. One of the things that I really like about minimalism, and I'm not a minimalist in any means. I have a lot of things and I'm still trying to get rid of things, but that's a whole nother story. But one of the things that I love about minimalism is the simplicity, and just being able to see the beauty in the simplicity and being able to live your life without all of the clutter and all of the noise and all of the distractions. Maybe I should become a minimalist. I don't know. I just really love it. I don't think I could ever do that, but I really do think it is beautiful. And I have to remind myself, and I wanted this video to be a reminder for all of you, that keep it simple, stupid. I don't know where I've heard that saying before. I've heard it somewhere. I think it might be Philly D, but personally have a tendency to overcomplicate things. And then I get stressed and I create this whole buzz in my mind that really just didn't have to be there. Like, I could have kept it simple, and I just made it into this whole other thing that it didn't have to be. So I want this to be a reminder to simplify things. One of the things that I did a few years back, this was before the pandemic, that I really liked doing, and I think I'm gonna do it this year. I'm gonna start in December. I want to challenge you guys. I want you guys to do this along with me. Okay, this is just like to help you if you have like a lot of clutter, a lot of items that you don't need, if you have difficulty letting go of things, if you're kind of like a mini hoarder is what I call, myself. I just have a lot of knickknacks, a lot of things that you don't really need, a lot of things that, don't really spark joy anymore, but you just have them and you can't let go of them. This is more like physical things, but it's really interesting to think about this whole thing and do it mentally too with items that no longer serve you. You could totally do that. We're doing that. I'm doing that in December. Since we're coming to the end of the year, it's just like a really nice way to let go of things. So let me tell you about the challenge with the physical items that we can do together that I'm going to do. And I'll post about it on my Instagram if you want to see all the items that I'm getting rid of. But it's a 30-day challenge. Day 1, you get rid of 1 item. Day 2, you get rid of 2 items. Day 3, you get rid of 3 items. So on and so forth until you get to, how many days there are in the month, 30, 31, and you have 31 items that one day. But in reality, it's a lot. It's a lot. And you can either donate these items or give them or whatever, you sell them, whatever you want. But I really loved doing this, and it helped me just declutter my space. And when you have a space that is clutter-free, it really helps declutter the mind. It helps you just like fresh start. I think it's a really awesome thing to do, especially at the end of the year. 2023 is coming up really fast. I can't believe that. My, what a year it's been. I'm gonna challenge you guys to do that. I have a really hard time with keeping a space clean. Doing that has helped me, just move things that don't need to be with me anymore. But I never really thought about doing that mentally. We have a lot of things in our mind that clutter our mind. And I think what we could do is maybe every day just write down one thing that you want to let go that's no longer serving you in your mind, or something that you want to change of how you perceive yourself. Write that down for day 1, day 2, day 3, so on and so forth, and just read through that list every single day. I think it'd be cool. I'm really into symbolism and just like, I don't know what the correct term is for that, but what I'm probably gonna do, you don't have to do this, is after I'm done writing down all of those things that I want to let go, I'm going to find myself a nice campfire or fireplace, and I'm gonna burn that paper, and we're gonna let go of everything that is on that paper that we want to release and to help declutter our mind and simplify things and bring it back to the basics and back to the core. And I think that's a really beautiful way to start a year. I didn't even plan to have this whole thing. I just really wanted to talk about simplicity and keeping it simple. And I think it's just so awesome how things just happen magically. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I encourage you all who like watching these cozy cafes to do that as well. I just feel like these type of videos and this type of content is for a really specific type of person. It's not for everybody. Some people might find it boring, but I really like this type of stuff, and I know there's a ton of people who really like this type of stuff as well. And the whole idea behind the series is to not only, find cozy games to play and snuggle up with, which I think is really fun and important to do, but it's also, important to just take some time out of your day and relax and kind of just decompress from everything. Because there is a lot going on in all of our lives, in the world. There's just so much noise and clutter. And it's important to take care of your mental health because it's so easy to get lost in everything that's going on. Like, I know it's stressful. I just want to let you know that I am here. I'm looking at the camera for this because this is hits home. Like, I'm here for you guys. We're all going through some really difficult times, and I feel like there's so much craziness and hate in the world, and I just want this series to be a safe space, a place for love, for self-love, and just to recenter ourselves. It's so important to take care of ourselves mentally. Cheers to that. But that is the whole essence of this series, is to take care of myself and also help take care of you and each other. Be there for each other. I really do enjoy sitting down and having these little talks and just letting my mind wander, just having it be a safe space. And that's why I love playing cozy games as well, because they can be very therapeutic, you know. I don't think it's a form of escapism like a lot of people think. People who play games just want to escape. I think it's a way of entertaining, but also self-care. Taking time for yourself to just get lost in something and, you know, follow a story. It's like reading a book, watching a show, entertainment. So now that we have a project for us to do for the end of the year, something to help us mentally and physically, you don't have to do both of them. You can pick and choose which one you want to do. But I also wanted to bring something else up because I feel like those of you who watch these videos or listen to these videos are a special kind of audience, one that I really relate to now currently in my life. And you may have seen a tweet that I recently put out. I normally don't write like really long tweets or complain very much. In general, I've been feeling very stuck with this channel. I've had it for so long, and over the years it's kind of formed and grown just like I have, and it's just turned into a bunch of different things. It's so diverse, and it brings me back to today's topic of keeping it simple. And since it's so diverse and there's so many different types of content that people subscribe to this channel for, I think I am confusing the algorithm or something. It's like, I honestly feel like there is an anchor or something weighing the channel down, not getting my videos promoted to people who subscribe. And so I've been thinking and toying with the idea of creating a whole new channel that is strictly dedicated to these type of videos, to cozy games, to chill vibes, to relaxing, having a nice cup of tea or coffee, or like just that type of vibe. I'm really toying with it. I'm really gonna think about it and nail down exactly, you know, what I want to do with it. But I think it'd be an awesome project for me to launch soon, just so that I can simplify that channel. You know, it's not like all over the place. And if you really enjoy these type of videos where it's just chill and there's no yelling, there's no crazy games, it's just, you know, a very safe space, I honestly think I'm gonna do it. The more that I'm talking about it, the more that I really just want to start something completely new for the new year. For the longest time, I felt like I was going through a death transformation, and if you haven't seen my talk on that, you can watch the previous Cozy Cafe. I'll put it on the screen. But I feel like I am ready to give my time to something new and start something fresh and have a direction for it and have a solid idea of my why. And that's crazy. The more that I talk about it, the more I want to do it. And the more that I am like getting emotional thinking about it. The thought of having a safe space for others to come and chill just makes me happy. And I feel like I can really hone in and focus on a community there, because the channel, the Eyes Cupquake channel currently right now is just all over the place. I've been trying to do, you know, what makes me happy, and I have been, but it's not making the algorithm happy. And the numbers are always looming over my head. And to be honest with you, I care about the numbers, but to me, I just want my videos to get out to people. to help people. Seeing all of your comments on these Cozy Cafe episodes have just been eye-opening to me, and I feel like that's what the world really needs, is just a safe space. And I keep saying safe space because that's what some of you have commented before. I just want a channel where people can go and feel like they have a nice warm hug every single time they watch a video and they feel good about themselves. And honestly, it goes both ways. It's very therapeutic for me to say these things out loud and realize things, and to read your comments and to know that these videos help you in some sort of way as well. It's like full circle. It's awesome. It's awesome. I have some more thinking and planning to do about this new channel, but hopefully by the time this video comes out, I'll have that figured out. And if I do, I will put the new channel in the description where you can enjoy cozy cafes from here on out, and also other cozy games that we could just chill and hang out and have a good time together. It's amazing how sometimes when you just keep things simple and you get rid of the clutter, things seem so much more clear. It's like a weight is like lifted off of your shoulders, and your vision is just super focused on what direction you want to go. So I think that's a great spot for us to end this cozy cafe, keeping it simple with a cup of coffee. Cheers.